Alright, we are streaming. Sweet. Very cool. I think we're going to edit this channel name because this is not a late night insomnia video anymore. Alright, so cool. Welcome back to another live stream. We're going to do something a little different. Well, more the same. But I'm actually, instead of listening to vinyl tonight, we're going to listen to my first instrumental album that I released back in 2005. It's called Tranquility. And we're going to give a listen to that while I work. And I might even talk a little bit about it if I feel inspired. But before I do that, we're going to take a look at the progress that I've got so far on the music video for Not Alone, so you can see the work that's been done to date. Of course, we have the same introduction. That I got done this evening. I really like this part. So I've already decided that the choruses are going to have, the choruses and the bridge are going to have this big significant color presence to it, while the verses will remain black and white. So with that, I'm going to mute this music because we don't really need that right now, and we're going to give Tranquility a listen. You can find this album out on iTunes or Spotify. Let's see if I can give a glimpses to this is what the album cover looks like. This is an album cover that a friend of mine, my friend Jameson, took the photo of, and this is Lake Superior, and the colors were nearly like that. It wasn't as purple, but it was very close. And so, all right. So we're going to give that a listen to that, and while I work on some more stuff. So where I left is the line of I think of you and me and how I wept bitterly. How I wept bitterly. So that brings us to Brave. I'm switching from Chrome to using Brave, and so I found this photo and I really just love it. It just spoke to me. The intensity of the fingers wrapped in the head and the hair kind of tangled in there. So now I'm going to work with that. It's already sketchified, and I've got the first frame completed, the first portion, and going to start working on the second portion. So that's where we left off. So this song, Young Love, is what it's called. Interesting note about this album is that most of this was played live using a boomerang phrase sampler, and it allowed me to basically lay down an A and B pattern. And so that allowed me to lay down kind of a basic pattern for like a verse and chorus structure. Why isn't that right date? There we go. I was worried there for a second that something wasn't right. So, but I recorded this album. I basically ran my guitar through the Boomerang phrase sampler, went into a soundboard, and then broadcast it out via some Mackie speakers. Oh wow, that lag was really something. And then I used some ambient mics to capture both the room sound of the performance as well as a direct feed from the board. So it was kind of a blend of that mix. So there's a little bit of a live feel to it, and not so clean and like a studio performance. What's this next one? This is called Forgotten, this song. This is when I was kind of new to making instrumental music, and I was just kind of starting to explore that. Go away. Don't brush view. I love my Wacom tablet, but it's old. This is my Wacom tablet right here. See? But it is old. It is from 2010, maybe a little before then. And I'm surprised it still works. I'm surprised that Apple still has drivers that work for this old tablet. All right. So I'm just focusing on the area around her, this person, clearly acting like they're in suffering. But on that note, this is how I felt when my friend had died of cancer. I felt really distraught. Just, there was a pain inside my head I just couldn't get rid of. An ache and a loneliness, emptiness. Start working on the right. This hand over here, this arm. I recorded this album. Hey Jameson. Yeah, I recorded this album on location as if it's some special location. It wasn't special at all. I recorded this at the Harbor Church, where I was working as a music director. And I recorded in this room that just had this incredible amount of reverb, natural reverb to it. It was like a bathroom amped up on steroids. The reverb in that room was just nuts. So the reverb you hear in the song is from the room. It's not injected from some external source. I haven't listened to this album in a long time. Jameson gave me grief for not mentioning this yesterday in my my other working session. Sorry about that, interrupted by coworkers. Anyway, he gave me grief for not mentioning that I had also 2 instrumental albums, Tranquility and oh my god, Mystique was the other one. So yeah, so I figured why not? It was really fun to just kind of have a stream going while I work. And you can watch if you want, listen, enjoy the music. Have a familiar voice in the background. Yes, Jameson, your purpose in life is to give me grief, and you excel at that. No, I don't know where I'd be without your friendship. I'd be up Schitt's Creek, and I'm not talking about the Netflix show. Alright, let's give a little bit more definition to this knuckle. For the knucklehead that gives me grief. Oh my, this is such a slow, tedious process. Like, manually updating each of these photos. Which I still haven't watched. Yeah, I haven't watched Schitt's Creek either. I don't have time to watch TV shows. As it is, it was effort getting through the Queen's Gambit, and I'm not quite finished. I've got a couple of episodes left, and it's enjoyable, but I don't know anything about chess. I have tried to learn chess like 3 or 4 times, and I got it just enough to lose so horribly to whoever I was playing against, and then would promptly forget it, and then years later be retaught it again and again and again. I was just like, well, maybe I'm just not meant for chess. So, question, so how do you decide when to incorporate color or just after the grayscale texture? Well, the color I decided to add, good question. I decided to add the color on the choruses and the bridge, because those to me seem like the more hopeful moments of the song, whereas the verses, it's more introspective and processing loss and the emptiness or loneliness associated with grief. At least that's how I feel about it. And so I started, I don't know. Plus it's nice to have that contrast. Like you're immersed in this black and white world, and all of a sudden, and even that color, if I go back to the video. Alright, where are we here? Like, even that color right there is subdued, and I really think I'm going to go back and see if I can subdue this a little bit, because even that seems too strong, because I want the color to really pop on the bridge. But I had this color a lot stronger. The blues and the purples and pink and orange and yellow. But I decided to dial it back a little bit, not bring out all of the hope in one sitting. Oh, I love this one. Which song was this again? View. I'm trying to figure out my thing. There we go, music. This is called Shanty Pass. I don't, no clue why I named it that. No clue. But quite frankly, when you're naming an instrumental song, it requires a little bit of creativity anyway. You gotta just kind of make it up. But once in a while, it does lend itself to a memory or a scene. But most of the time, the instrumentals is just kind of like, all right, this sounds like a shanty pass, I guess. I don't know. By the way, Jameson, I saw that you had upped your patron contributor level, and first of all, thank you, but second of all, completely unnecessary. But third of all, thank you. That's, like I've said in some of the other videos, it's not like I need the money, but it's a huge affirmation. Plus, it does help offset some of the costs, because, like, you know, dropping $50 on a vocalist, which was worth it, but I'll never see that $50 again. Not with streaming media royalties, anyways. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe one of these days the song's gonna really resonate with someone and they're gonna share it with just the right people at just the right time, and maybe it'll take off and take on a life of its own. But that is just a thought that I can't afford to live in. I'm working so hard to lay down all the externals that are out of my control and focus on only the things that I can. The other thing I like about working in black and white is, like, you can make new things in an existing black and white photo and it looks like it belongs. Whereas with color, oh my gosh, that would be so hard to pull this off in color. Let's see, we'll add a few more light blonde hairs up here. Let's fix this, because no one has triangle hair. Triangle hair, triangle hair. Let's go back to that. CCME. It, jeez. Sure, it'll earn it back in up here once we're back to normal. Yeah. Back to normal. I don't even know what that is anymore. Ugh, I keep pressing the wrong keystroke. There we go. Now we're back to white. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to normal. Go back to the tap rooms, hang out at the cafes. I heard someone once say that say that they really think we're gonna go back to, we're gonna have like a revisitation of the Roaring 20s, but like the Roaring 2020s. Like we're just gonna have this explosion of festivities and people gathering in mass, and yeah, I'm ready. All right, let's see. All right, we've got stuff on the hand. Got hair. Got detail on the left hand. Let's add a little bit more black up here. Someone also asked me if I would ever play live again, and I'm not sure about that. Maybe. Actually, my friend... Yeah, I think you're right. A creative renaissance like the 1920s. I think we're gonna... I mean, we're seeing the seeds of that already, I think. And the people that have found the courage to create in the midst of all this. I'm not saying that I'm super courageous, but... Alright, let's add a few more wrinkles in that wrist, and I think we're good on that one. Oh, got a blur. Filtration, Gaussian blur. Can't remember if I did that for A. Nope, we need to blur that one too. There we go. Gosh, I haven't listened to this album in a long time. Which song is this one? This one is Twilight. Up next is Pocket of Memories. Interesting. Gosh. Alright, okay. We're gonna call B done. We're gonna hide that layer. Oh, shoot. And then on to C. Oh my gosh, Katie! Hello! Hello, peoples. To bring you up to speed, Miss Cat is a lie. We are listening to one of my first instrumental albums that I recorded. I'm going to pull up on the screen here for you. It's called Tranquility. And this is actually a photo that Jameson took. We went on a camping trip up to Duluth before Jameson knew how to do camping. And he brought his camera and all that, and we stayed up in Beaver Bay at one of my favorite little camp places. And then the very next morning, like early in the morning, we got up and went and did some shots. So this was one of my favorite photos. I did doctor it. There were some strings hanging out from the strap, and yeah. Yes, the shot against the wall, that is also one of my favorites. It totally has this Abercrombie vibe. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, pull that out so that the world does. Shoot, my drive is disconnected. I'm gonna have to look for that later. Well, that's stupid. I'll have to find that later. Somewhere I've got it. There's actually, I think I could find it on Facebook. Oh shoot, of course I gotta log in. Well, I'm gonna do that later. Anyway, it was a great photo. Loved it very much. That was one of my favorites. And actually, let's see if I can do this. My wife had made me this really cool thing. I don't know if you can see it up on the wall, but there's a frame that she had a couple of my songs and a roughed up business plan of mine and a picture that I used for my press stuff. So yeah, that was back in the days of shooting film. It was brilliant. So let's see, just make sure. Yeah, okay. And now, a pocket of memories. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, back on C. Oops, I just engaged the screensaver. Oh, right. I do miss live performance, but I don't miss playing in coffee shops. While my instrumental music is very conducive for coffee shops because it's effectively background music, you feel kind of, I don't know, people aren't there for you. They're there for studying or talking with their friends or whatever. They're not there to listen to music. So I don't think I would ever do a cafe gig again in my life. Not unless there was, not unless it was one of those deals where like people are definitely coming for the show and they're not there to just hang out and have coffee and whatever. But anyway. But anyways, I don't know if I'll do live music again. We'll see. I remember what I was talking about earlier, and I got sidetracked. My friend, John Standish, I worked with him for a while when he was here in the Twin Cities. We were both both worked at the same place for a while. And he moved out to California. But he finally heard my Dark Side of the Moon album project, and he's like, dude, if you ever need a drummer to go tour with this, call me. I'm like, deal. You have got a deal. Of course, I don't think that's going to happen. I know that that's basically where the money is now, is in touring, because it's not in streaming revenue. It's not really in sales, because people don't buy albums anymore. Not when you've got access to millions and millions of albums for the price of $14.99 a month. By the way, Katie, if you want any of my older instrumental stuff to use on your stream, you are more than welcome to, and I'll give you download codes. Yeah, not touring right now, of course. It is about building a community. You're right, Jameson. Which is why I've really shifted my focus towards Patreon. I want to make Patreon my Facebook effectively, where I'm interacting more with people there than anywhere else. YouTube's kind of nice. It facilitates some of this, but I really want to bring it over to Patreon and give all sorts of really cool, I don't know, just incentives to really make people feel belong, and that it's not just at this place where you're coming to support me. Big deal. That's kind of, I really get off on the community aspect of things, really just having a network of people that you feel connected to, and you're all communing together in that space. You know, I know it's a very I don't know, Protestant, pre-Protestant level of thinking, this idea of communion. Let's see, what else do we need to do? We need to do some stuff down here. But I like the idea of a space for, oh, this song is Evening Tide. This is old music. Old music. 2005. And what did Jameson share with me? Oh, jeez. I can't believe I just shared that. Oh, that photo. God, that was funny. Remember that guy came out and asked what we were doing when we took pictures? It was probably his car. Had this flat, and I think he was just leaving it there because he didn't know what to do with it. That was so funny. My face cam was covering it? Alright. Well, that was convenient. Here, I'll share it. It was kind of funny. Let's see. Let's see if I can... Oh, shoot. So there it is. We had such fun doing these stupid photo shoots. I used some of the photos, obviously, but the creepy noises we heard in the parking ramp in Duluth. Yes, I'm pretty sure that was like a cult. I think there was a cult doing cult things down there, and it was really creepy. I was like, I think we should just move on. Yeah, that was super creepy. I need to rotate this because I can't. I really love the rotate feature on Photoshop. It's so great. No druggies or kids messing around. No occult. Yes, that's the most logical explanation. Yeah, well, you know, that's where I went with it. Me and my potato brain. It's definitely a cult. It's not druggies. This is cult activity in Duluth. It's the only reasonable and rational explanation. The cult of Lake Superior parking meters. For sure. I believe it. It's totally not fake news. It's the real deal, man. Someone should tell the mayor there's cults operating out of their parking ramps. Let's add some more black streaks in there. Divide that up just a touch. Alright, I think that's good enough. We gotta blur that. Blur. Did that blur? It did. Okay, alright. Alright, let's export those. And then we'll be on to another portion. Alright, what are we on? 9? Gosh, we're on 9A. Only 20 sequences to go. This is absolutely bonkers. I can't believe that I'm going to this trouble. You know, Jack Conte from Pamplemousse actually talked about this in one of his kind of behind the scene videos. Like, they would spend weeks on a music video for their stuff. You know, their what do they call them? Video songs. And of course see like no return financially from that. Which is why they've, like, if you've seen any of Pamplemousse's latest videos, they've switched to this format where they write a bunch of songs and a bunch of mashups, and then they will go, really? That's cool. Kate, you're famous now. You know some really cool people then. Anyway, they've switched to this format now where they basically hire really good musicians, like stellar studio musicians, and then they will fly down to LA and record like 4 songs and 4 videos or whatever, how many they can do in one day, get it all mixed, mastered, the videos produced, boom, and then they've got a month's worth of content that they were able to do. John Schroeder. Yeah, was John Schroeder, wasn't he the one that traveled with them and when they toured here in the Twin Cities? I want to say that was him. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need to do this thing. Yeah, when they switched formats, I struggled with the new format. It sounded too polished for me, but that's because I was waxing nostalgia for the old stuff, like the old Pamplemousse music videos. All right, what happened here? Let's get back to that. So when they switched formats, it was a little bit of an adjustment for me. However, I understand where they're coming from, and I don't hold it against them at all. All right, so we're going to rename this S9 for sequence 9. Open that up and drag these bad boys in. Oh my gosh, this is such a slow process. I wish there was a way that I could just batch all of this stuff, but just can't. And then each of these images gets 4 frames. And this one also gets 4 frames. And then we gotta duplicate all these. I wish there was a way I could just loop a sequence instead of having to do this nonsense. Let me bring Brave back up so I can see what's going on. Get this out of the way. Yeah, I think that John Schroeder, that sounds familiar. Like, I think that's his name. Kat, if you search my personal YouTube channel for all my videos, I've got a video recording of Pamplemousse's show at the Fine Line, and I think that's John Schroeder. And that was such a fun show. Oh my gosh. Just super, super high energy, really good musicianship. It was so enjoyable. All right. It's way more, way more clips than we need, but that's the nature of it. All right, so now we drag in sequence 9, bring that down to 8 seconds. That's the nice thing about having a song that is 60 beats per minute. It's like literally a beat for every second, so it's super easy to plan this one out. All right, I'm going to pause my music for a second. Just going to give this one listen quick.
I think of you
forgot to put a scene transition on that. He toured with Huey Lewis like straight out of college. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. That is crazy. I saw Huey Lewis once. It was at a stadium in Pittsburgh. And it was one summer when I was selling books for the Southwestern Company. Oh my God, I just hated that job so bad. But, yeah, let's see. Where are we moving this? Up? Why isn't this moving? Okay. Maybe we'll pan down. But yeah, I saw them in Pittsburgh. It was kind of a fun show, but stadiums are just not great places for shows. Unless you're like U2 or some other larger than life band and have a way of making the audio not suck. US Bank Stadium is the worst place to see a show. Don't ever see a show there. It's just... Alright, let's give it a look. I like that a lot. I like that. I also like that this person happened to be wearing a ring, a wedding ring. So there's kind of the implication of mourning the loss of a loved one. I like that. Not necessary, but still, it's a nice visual. All right, where are we? The day I let it be. So we need that phrase. The day I let it be. Oh, you know what we need? We need someone releasing light out into the starlight. Okay, let's do hand candle. And this is always the tricky part of stock footage, is like finding something that works is always tricky. Something that doesn't look like stock footage. And in this case will translate well into a sketch type visual format. Well, that's an interesting photo. You know what? Oh, what are those Japanese lanterns? You know, like the Lantern Festival when they release the lanterns into the sky. Oh, that's snow. Yeah, like this. Oh. I wonder how this would look. And I could make these flicker. I don't know, that'd be tricky. I'm gonna open that in a new tab and I'll come back to that in a second. Oh, what are we at, 8:17? What is this song, by the way? I don't even know the names of my own songs. I mean, granted, it is really old, so for me. This is shade. And the next one is I remember. Oh, we got another photo incoming here. What the heck is that? I don't even know what that is, James. It looks like Gundam style. I don't even know. It's so bizarre. Oh, the cult of... Oh my god. Alright, I need to share this. Oh. There we go. The cult of Lake Superior parking lots. That's some classic Photoshop work right there. Highbrow, man. Highbrow. There we go. Oh. Yeah, if I could make these flicker. And I'd even leave the color. Oh, blend in from black and white to... Blend in from black and white to color and make these flicker somehow. How am I going to do that? I feel like Napoleon Dynamite. Oh. Alright, yeah, we're going to use this one. I like that. Oh. Ew. Look at that. Can you see this? The pixelation? Oh my gosh. Copy image. And bring that into Photoshop for frame 10. Oh my gosh, you can totally see it. Let's do... adjustments. Adjust the contrast. Oh my gosh, that black pixelation. That might work. Oh, should I or should I not? I don't know what to do with this one. Let's get rid of the moon. Do here. I know what I want, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Well, I'm not gonna go grayscale, I don't think. I think I want to come up and see if I can find a way to represent this. If I can go like blend it so that of course it's not like come up out of grayscale into color and then oh now I locked it. So if that makes sense, come out of grayscale into color and then how am I gonna do this? This is gonna be tough. So like if I did, and this is just a rough, something like that. Look at that. What do you think? And have them at flicker, different ones flickering on the different views. I think that's gonna work. Maybe. And the best part about it is I don't have to spend all this time doing tedious brushwork. And we'll just do random. Why is that? So let's see. Would the flicker be desaturate or would the flicker be desaturate or color? The flicker would be color. Like if I could quickly come out of black and white or desaturated into the color, like fading in, but the colored version, they'd have, let's see, I wonder if I can change this opacity. What if I go, that's too much. So if I go down to, what about 25? Yeah, I think that works. And that's about the pace that they would flicker. And then I would alternate it, I think. But let me do something first, though. I'm gonna make these a little bit more random. Okay, let's do... Oh, I should name these so I don't have layer names. What the heck are these things? I think lanterns. Actually, you know what? I don't need to have that black and white layer because I can do a video effect as black and white. Flicker 1. Alright, so let's see. So I don't have them going on the same one. We'll do this one. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, 25. Oh, what's the name of this one? This is I Give You All. Which this was more of a spiritual song, if I do remember correctly. There's a little hint at I surrender all. Back in my evangelical days. Do that one. Do this one, these two, and lastly, catnap. But cat with a C. But you can make it a K with a cat with a K if you want. So this one loops. All right, let me play this, start back from the beginning on this one, because you need it, and I'm just going to shut up after I say a few things. This is, I loop the fireplace, a cat purring, and I think there was one other thing. Maybe that was it. Anyway, catnap. Yeah, Catnap. I like that song. Oh, let's see. Do I have time? I have time for I suppose I could. Let's see. How about this one? I'm gonna play one of my favorite songs from this album through. And this is, yeah. When I talked yesterday about the tone on the acoustic, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Lord knows it's been a long drive through the miles of golden sea. A long night, baby, because it's trouble me deep within my soul. I-90 was slightly memorable. Highway 53 was good to me, but the landscape just can't erase those words deep within my soul. Around the tree, please, please wash over me. Can't run from my dreams or escape that prevailing feeling. Alone with your words of comfort and peace deep within my soul. Somehow I can imagine, maybe fathom a dream or two, to see you with me, loving me deep within my soul. It could have been me, nailed to the tree. Please, please watch for me. Do you cry for me as you wait expectantly. Please, Lord, please watch for me. Watch for me. It could have been me, nailed to the tree. Please, please watch for me. For me.
Yes, look at that. That's what I'm looking for right there. Look at that. Oh, why not? We'll let that one go too. Actually, I really like this song. Look at that. Not too bad.
I'm afraid that I can't see. Is it just my imagination? Or is this my reality? Oh, I wonder what waits on the other side for me. Are you there waiting, gazing to the sky, longing for me to climb to the other side, to the other side? your heart needs an extra leash for me. Are you there waiting, gazing to the sky, longing for me to climb to the other side, to the other side, to the other side. To the other side.
Sweet. I like that so much. I know it's not. Alright, let me stop that for a second. Now we're going to put the music on just to see how it pairs up. But I think that looks pretty good for...
The day I let it be, I'm not.
The only thing I wish I could do differently is to make the ones that are way out in the distance rise slower. But that's just too freaking much work. The other thing is, I wonder if I should be throwing in like a subtle way of like how I am back in this photo. There's that sketch light effect. All right, thanks, Kat. Nice to see you. Have a good night. Rest up. And let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna mimic that, but I wonder if I could. I don't know. Maybe that's good enough just as is.
The day I let it be, I'm not.
And then back to the not alones. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Maybe I might lift that up a little. Actually, I gotta go back here. Yeah.
I let it be, I'm not.
Huh. Yeah. Well, gosh, it's almost 9. That was good. I think productive night, and I think I'm going to end the stream. So, yeah, I need to do that too. Put plastic up on the windows. It is definitely winter, so we're starting to feel it in the house. Well, I think that ends this stream, and maybe one of these other nights might resume the playthrough of the old albums and keep working on the music video. Thank you, friends, one and all, for joining. And I hope you enjoyed the stream, find it relaxing and informative and enjoyable. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.